I remember coming home from my first karate class in the dojo. I was so excited, and I couldn't wait to tell my friends too. In fact, it wasn't long before I drug in one of my best friends, John. It might have been about a month or two, if I recall, after I started training. So I'd already gotten, I think, my first test done. I had done my upper body basic test, maybe my kicks too. I think I wanted to get a little bit ahead of any friends that I brought in, right? So I brought in my good friend John, and it wasn't long before he actually caught up to me at some point. I think it was around green belt level or so, maybe even earlier. He caught up to me. We were at the same level. I might have been sick or just missed some classes. And then I realized we sort of were doing this through the ranks. If I passed him up a little bit, it would really motivate him to kind of catch back up to me, and vice versa. And it wasn't just about rank that we did this too. Sometimes I would notice that he was just better at things than me. He was bigger than me, so his reverse punch, his basic punches had a whole heck of a ton of power compared to mine, and his kicks, of course, too. But I think in other ways I might have been better because I was smaller, maybe a little faster, moving at angles and things like that. But I noticed that something that he was better at, like generating power in his punches or board breaking, I would try to emulate that. So it would raise me up to a new level. And I could see that the same thing would happen with him as well. And sometimes just in class, I would look over to him and see how hard he was trying, and then it would make me want to try harder. I think the lesson to be learned from that is that it was good, healthy competition. We weren't trying to pull each other down. We were just helping each other get better in the martial arts. And then outside the dojo too, we would help each other immensely. We would get together and train and review the things that we learned together. So a good challenge is when you're in class is to try to find, if you're working on a technique, just take a peek around and get a feel for who you think is really trying the hardest and try to emulate them. If you're just in line running upper body basics or doing a sparring technique together with the class, find that person that's really putting 100% effort in, that's better than you, and try to raise up to that level. When you do that, you'll find that you're learning not just from the teacher, from your sensei, but also from the whole class. So other people might limit themselves to just learning from their main teacher or instructor. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't limit yourself. Learn from everyone in the dojo. Get all of them to be kind of your partner and help them to be that person that's working really hard that other people try to follow as well. And you find you're learning from a whole group, a whole community of people instead of just that one person.